Liverpool, just after getting rid of Jurgen Klopp, or him leaving, have got Arne Slot in his place. And the transition has been smooth, the team just keep on winning, sitting top of the Premier League and having one of the best stints in Premier League history for them. Despite not winning the trophy before their recent timed win, they've had a lot of good players, a lot of good managers, and today we put them all together, making prime Liverpool. But this won't be easy. United are in their prime, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Messi, Ronaldo, and our aim is pretty simple today. With the best Liverpool team imaginable, we have to collect silverware, winning each possible trophy 3 times before we finish the rebuild. As yes, people, here we are, the prime players from over the years at Liverpool, all in one lineup, and it looks glorious. We've got Virgil van Dijk, and everybody's 19-year-old as well, so they still can grow. This team's going to be ridiculous. With reserves as big as this as well, just look at the amount of players we have. Sadio Mane is back. We've got Carragher and an 86. And before we go any further, I just want to say thank you again to Shadowboy32. The mod is linked down below, so you can get access to these files. You can make every team in their prime. It's going to be very fun doing this, as you might have already seen a United one on this channel where we had to win 5 trophies altogether and get rid of a player once we lost a game, any game. However, with this one, we have to win 3 trophies, but each one including the FA and Carabao, and we don't have to get rid of players. So no spinny wheel like the last time out, and these are the current players at the club. The best one being Ian Rush. He's got the face scan, looks absolutely beautiful. Steven Gerrard is at the club. Of course, he's the captain of Liverpool. He had to be. Fernando Torres is here, and I'm surprised because there's Atleti as well. He could have gone to. Kevin Keegan got a face scan. Xabi Alonso. This is going to be a ball of fun, as we've got to get our lineup correct. It might sound easy winning 3 trophies, but it's not going to be entirely, as the Premier League is the same as in real life with all the teams in it. Meaning we've got to be careful in cup competitions. For example, round 1 of the Carabao has teams like Portsmouth in it, which are going to charge up the leagues with all their good players that they've had over the years. They might have Defoe, the likes of him in their squad, but we're only focused on ourselves, as I'm not sure on the 5 at the back, or 3 at the back, because of course they are wingers and they're going to stay wingers, as I'm going to go with wing play, change the formation up. I don't want to be with this, because as you can imagine, tactics are going to be huge in winning all these trophies, and I'm going to go with this because I want to be very attacking minded. With a high line as well, I'm going to change the players in the positions, as I'm going this shape on the ball, which is even more attacking than it starts off. Yeah, I'm going to be fully going for it as Michael Owen, Torres and Rush. It's going to be very hard to pick this team, but I've got to try and put the best squad out there, as this is what we've got. Okay, Salah still in the team, Robertson, real life players, but I kind of think we need a new left back. Come on, Andy Robertson, he's good, but he doesn't keep the rating up. And if we're going to win trophies, we definitely need high squad overall, as even Salah's letting us down, 89 in this mod pack. We've also got Jamie Redknapp low in rating. I do want to try and make him a good player. And James Milner, utility man. I'm so excited to get the ball rolling, as I'm going to loan all these out. But in the meantime, I'm going to spend the money, as I've just signed up some contracts. And 43 million, it's not the biggest amount of money, you know, to go for this left back, because I do want to go outside of the Premier League. Maybe Bundesliga. Come on, we only need 1 signing in season number 1. And a guy I didn't sign in the United retro rebuild is Lazarou, who I did look at intensely. Only 32 million or 29.5 it says at one side, as I'm going to take the 90 overall man on, but still he's not confirmed in the team because Robbo will go out on loan and maybe he could go over his rating. Yeah, we went and got him a loan deal, but we've got to speak about this team. Rating wise, okay, we've got Van Dijk and Trent under 90, but as always, having a team in their prime is rating good, yes, but game time wise, it's always confusing because we've got so many players. You can see Alisson's not played despite being a 90 overall, Xavi as well, and Fernando Torres, who I wanted to be my main man. And after all 47 plays, it is bound to happen, players not getting played. We've got to sell some players next year, not to make money, but just to trim the squad. We've got to pick the prime from the prime, and Gerrard and Rush are definitely involved in that, as how have our loan boys done? It should be down here. The first one. Arisa's done okay. 88 rated. That might be better than Robbo, who, yes, is 87. He went on loan to the Championship in Middlesbrough. Probably getting promoted them. And Jamie Carragher, I want to come good. And also this man, Felipe Coutinho. Let's not ruin his career today. Let's make it better. We don't have to get rid of him. No spinning a wheel like with our United retro rebuild. As you just saw, Hunt was top scorer, and this Premier League season, we've got to win this league 3 times, and we finished 4th on 74 points. Spurs winning the league as well. That is absolute madness. As we won on penalties, but won 1-0. Yes, this game is still confusing me. EA, fix your game, but at least that is our first trophy. We have to keep on winning, as the Carabao won by Leeds, and they actually beat us in round 3. Slightly embarrassing, you know. It won't be a trophy there, as we were not put into the Super Cup. The real life team's put into that one, but we won the league phase of the Champions League, then moving on to Benfica, where we mounted a comeback. Or they almost did, should I say, and then we beat Barca 1-0. Juve 6-2, on my days 2-3-1 wins against them. And a UCL win, we beat Atleti 1-0. So that's a European trophy. We can win the Champs, Europa or Conference League. And that's great stuff, because the FA Cup and UCL put us into the Community Shield and the Super Cup as 47 players to trim. We have got to get doing that next season, making a little bit of money. But it's likes I want to make on this video, and please can you guys help us out? We want 800k likes. If we could do that, that would be sensational. And also, if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel, because there will be plenty more retro rebuilds and rebuilds in general. As for now, a gradual start, but I want to go and look at the reserves. Oh my days, the amount of players. Right, I do have a little plan for this. I want to keep mostly versatile players, the likes of Fabinho. Can play centre-back and probably centre-mid if we just change his positions correctly. Coutinho, another example, centre-mid. Cam, left wing, probably right wing. James Milner is literally going anywhere in the team he can fit in. As yeah, we loaned some of these players out last year. Coutinho, 88. Sturridge 87. Could we make sure these two have a good career? Because I really liked them in real life and want them to work out. As another plan, we've got to look at the deals. Try and release some players out of contract, but they're mostly our good players. The likes of Tommy Smith we don't have to sell. He can just run out his contract. Same with Highway. And probably Carl Johnson won't get played. Or Craig Johnson, sorry. Jamie Redknapp, I do want to keep, and it's confusing me now because I want to keep a lot of players, but I know we can't have a huge squad. As these players set for release, we've got a goalkeeper. We don't need too many in the team. Probably the biggest shock of all is Steve McManaman, and the main reason we get rid of him. He actually really annoys me sometimes when he's doing commentary in the Champions League. Only joking, he won't play, and we've got 104 million to play with. So yeah, plenty of money if we need to sign, probably a centre-back or a right-back. And I know they're really good players. I love Van Dijk and I love Trent Alexander-Arnold, but just won't play for me, as now I think we've got to make a decision as well regarding Sturridge or Fowler. One of them has to go. We've got Hunt who scores goals. We've got to keep Michael Owen. I know we have. Torres and Rush as well. They do not get touched out of this squad or thrown out of this squad, as the only bloody bid we've got in for a player is Xabi Alonso, but involved is Roberto Carlos. And I know we have a lot of centre mids, so Roberto Carlos, we can't deny one of, if not the greatest left back of all time. I know it's 2 seasons, 2 left backs, but this man's better than what we currently have, and this man is just legendary. I want to see his free kicks. Plus we have cover in the centre of the park. We've got Maltby who can go straight in, and Carlos goes straight in. I can't believe we've just signed him to Liverpool. As now time to ship some players out, we need to trim this squad. As the first one, Andrew Robertson. Sorry, we've got 2 class left backs. Then Hughes, he's going to Chelsea, one of the old midfielders. Grobbelaar, we've made money on him. He's going to Mönchengladbach. John Arisa as well. It's just a shame we've got 2 class left backs in. And then the rest of them, as you can see, mostly old players that won't get played. But amongst them is Sadio Mane, because I'm going with Coutinho as my future winger, and 320 million. We can sign anybody we want, but I'm going after a centre-back. As with Atleti's run to the final against us, I'm going to steal from them because they've obviously got a good defence, and I'm taking Diego Godin. 88 rated, but weirdly enough hasn't been played. In this dream team, he is the same rating or one higher than Van Dijk. Alisson also not being played because of Clemens on the bench. And the centre-back that's been played, at least he's 90 rated. Hippier. With only 57 pace, he goes into the back line as now only 2 players in the starting 11 under 90 rated. Both 89, and we've got some players playing more than usual. In the first team already, as Rain has done okay out on loan. Forest have changed him as Jamie Carragher on the come up. But less said about the other lads. Jamie Redknapp I thought would be a good player. However, not getting the game time. And for the first time in a while in rebuilds, the top scorer has been completely different season on season. Hunt was the top scorer last season, nowhere to be seen on the list as Rush takes the top. And then Salah and John Barnes second and third. Little bit disappointed with Fernando Torres as some position changes. Graham Souness could be in the starting squad now as a central midfielder. Steve McManaman has to change. He's staying at the same as a left winger. Thought I'd get change on that guy as I can't believe I'm not changing Coutinho. The reason being because I was going to loan him out, so I didn't bother putting him on a drill to change his position. As on my days, United nowhere to be seen. I thought they'd be our biggest challenge, but Liverpool clearly at the top. 3 defeats, 4 draws, and United finished 11th in the league. Middlesbrough did get promoted, as I said. Ipswich Town go down, as that is another trophy bagged, getting, and a new one. But unfortunately, the FA Cup, Leeds United in the final, losing to the Hammers, as we were beaten by them in round 5. Embarrassing. As also, I should take this moment to say, there is no Community Shield. As you can see, it's not on this list, and I'm not too bothered. It's not a major trophy. We will still count the Community Shield, and we'll definitely count the Carabao Cup, which is another new trophy. 3-2 over Manchester City. That is another to add to the cabinet, and another brand spanking new one. Get in there, as then the Super Cup. Of course, this is a new one. After winning the UCL last year, we go ahead and beat Galatasaray. So is that one of each trophy now? I believe it is, but you know what would make me feel better? Winning the Champions League again, as it's a second place league phase finish. Done okay for ourselves, then beating Anderlecht in a rather close game. Then hammering Bayern 3-0 on aggregate. Then squeezing past Rangers, who had a very, very decent team. I'll be back to them next season, and there's one player who really stood out there, as we did make the final again. And guess what? Deja vu, as Liverpool beat Juventus to secure back-to-back titles. Lovely jubbly, but we can't forget we missed out on some trophies, and we've got to improve this team still. The first one coming out is Molby. He can swap for Souness straight away. We've got a little goalie issue, and we've got a thinner squad now. Coutinho, Sturridge is still here. Definitely don't need a striker. Look at the list of them. It is clinical. The only position we could really use is another right back alongside Trent. But then there's this to do. Lizarazu, he is a left-footed left back. But if we could get him onto the right-hand side, that's a 92 rated without spending any money. As the budget is now £238 million, and I've got to say, we've got to spend this money more and not increase the squad too much. Because 32 players is enough again, and we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. A lot of very good players who are very similar in rating. As 3 goalies in 90 rated, 90 rated, 91. We need someone to blow them out of the competition, or someone just to have a little bit of fun with. As remember when I painted out Rangers at the end of the season that has literally just gone? I spotted some very good players here. Yes, the ratings don't seem to be too high, but Paul Gascoigne, this man is a legend of the game, especially in English football. If we could get him on one of the wings, get his rating going up, oh my days, it's even got a Gascoigne face scan. Shadowboy32, man, you are a master of your modding craft. As here he comes into Liverpool. He was at Tottenham, I believe, in England, but now he's going to Merseyside and getting He'll be a fun player. So delighted to have him, man. He could literally play anywhere. I'm gonna go right wing as a backup for the Salah man. This guy, he rings a bell. Has he actually played for Liverpool before? I'm only messing. I know who he is. And then John Barnes will have Coutinho behind him. That kind of sounded sinister, as the next position's going to be a centre mid. I want to try and find someone to replace Xavi long term, who's a recognisable face. I'm not too old myself, but I want someone who's going to be fun want to use. And someone I never saw in his playing days is Antonio Conte. Absolutely love him as a manager, seen him in real life coaching Chelsea. And yeah, I hope that Conte can be like Kante was to him. What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man Antonio Conte looks in a Liverpool shirt as we only lose one player. Dietmar Hartmann, who I don't want to keep, I've probably butchered his name, as Milner went out on loan to Leeds and excelled at one of his former clubs, and another player going to a former club is Jamie Redknapp. Now this means a little bit more to him, because his dad, Harry Redknapp, actually coached the Cherries in his heyday, probably meaning he's playing under his dad as the manager. They've done very well, but they're not the best of the best, as I expected Gerrard and Torres to be at the top ahead of Ian Rush, whose stats, oh my days, I've had to zoom in on them, they look incredible. 99 ball control, long shots and attacking positioning is unreal, as we've got position changes to make. Philippe Coutinho over to a 90 as a winger, that's what we love to see. Won't ruin his career here, as then Paul Gascoigne Gaza 90 as a right winger, but still as backup players. That is incredible. Look at our bench, a row of 90 rated, a 91, a 90 and a 92 Lizarazu, who doesn't even fit in the team no more, because this is our starting 11. Conte's played instead of Souness, but apart from that, I don't really mind it. Then again, Hippie are not playing. We've got Jamie Carragher on the bench, or the game time's not gone to Van Dijk, it's gone to Daniel Agger. I'm a little bit bamboozled with that. I don't think he deserves to play. Then again, no right to moan, because Liverpool win the Premier League, making it our second one of them, and on the trophy front, we are amazing. As we went and won the FA Cup 2-1 over West Ham United, 2-0 over City in the semis, and then the round before we beat Manchester United. We've done this the rock solid way. Unbelievably good, unbelievable. As then the Carabao Cup, the winners are us again. We beat Fulham by 1-0. A lot of 1-0s in this show, but I'll take it. That is another trophy. As then in the Super Cup, 3-1 over Dynamo Zagreb. That is everything on 2, and we've still got a Champions League to check. As look at that, man. Again, we were joint with Bayern Munich, but we're on top on goal difference, as then we squeezed past Lazio. Lucas Leiva's team, I was thinking about signing him, and then we beat Milan. A repeat of Istanbul, and a repeat of our game against Rangers, as we go ahead and win it. I'm not just talking the semi-final. PSV easy, 5-1, and that means we have done it with Liverpool in terms of Champions League trophies. And I'm stupid for saying we've completed it, because I am going to be greedy for trophies. Don't think we're done there, despite the absolute wonderful team. We're required to win every trophy apart from the UCL once more, but keeping this team happy, I just don't know how we've managed to do it. It'll be a more close-knit squad with less players and a better bench, as look down here, the 91 Milner is back in the squad. Redknapp went to a 90, as we can push him onto the bench. Push Milner into the first team, because him and Gerrard have got that nice English link. And money-wise, we are A-OK. 260 million. I mean, can you really ask for any more? Not really, but one thing that's really crucial about this season, yes, we can win the UCL again, but we have got to win this Super Cup, because we'll only get a chance at it again if we win the UCL again, which we might not do. Although I hope we do, with Porto, the bogey team in this competition. Just got to beat the bogey bunch though once, but it's Porto. As in terms of this team, do we actually go for another goalkeeper? Alisson at the club, we've got another 91 and another 90 rated, but he just doesn't get the game time, and I'm sick of them changing positions around. As who have we got to choose from? Actually, one league I've never checked in the retro builds is the league below. We've got the Championship. What good's in it? Because Bolton are in their prime, and a lot of teams like Leicester are. Gordon Banks at the Foxes, right, okay. He's definitely on my radar. A lot of real-life goalkeepers around as well, which, of course, is common, because there's a lot of good ones at the moment, but the second best is Casey Keller. Not too fussed about him, so we've got to go outside of the Championship. Maybe try the Bundesliga, Neuer, etc. Or not just Neuer, but another one who seriously could win us silverware. Oliver Kahn, the German. I absolutely love this man, a beast of a keeper. And with this man into the club, we should not only push for every trophy, trophy. But we should push for an unbeaten season, because that is one of the best keepers ever. Offering that 50 million you saw me hovering against, paying for this German, as there he is in our squad, leaving us with 490 rated. Keepers, as you can see, 391s and then 194. As the next position we could work upon could be centre back. And I feel stupid actually saying it, because you just saw the quality of the ones we have. As I'm looking to the Eredivisie, but Alex, who we just beat in the final, not looking too good at an 87. There's an 88 right there. An 86 John Heitinger, I definitely remember him playing in the Prem. But it has me intrigued. I know we've got plenty of players that aren't centre-backs in attacking positions, but PSV, we've just beat them in the UCL final. Sure, 5-1, but it must mean they've got some decent players. As this is where Craig Johnson went, the man we actually released. Forgot about him, and Michael Owen, I never remember selling him here. Maybe it was in a swap deal, as there's a lot of 90 rateds down here. Still, there's not the man I was looking for. I was looking for someone in particular. Here he is at Feyenoord, Dirk Kuyt, a Liverpool legend. From what I remember, as I've just got an urge to get the band back together. As straight after him, we go ahead and bring back Peter Beardsley. A player that started at Newcastle in this rebuild as, hey, let me know if I should do Newcastle next, as Dirk Kuyt not high enough rated to actually get onto our bench, because Coutinho is 91 now, but it's not good enough for Barnes. Roberto Carlos is 98 rated. 98 as well as a striker, unbelievable. 97 shooting on the man as one of the world's best of those two. Gerrard has to be one of the best captains, unbelievable player. Now, I won't go on to my allegiances. I'm wearing a Chelsea Christmas top, and of course it's Frank Lampard, Scholes and Gerrard debate. I won't say my piece, but in this world he's definitely better than Lampard. Showing my bias. With Fernando Torres now better goal scoring wise than Ian Rush. And he'd played 62 games, as it could all be over in this season. First in the Premier League, 1 defeat, yet 15 draws. What a weird season that one is, but hey, a trophy. You've got to enjoy getting them, but the FA Cup means we will have to keep on going, because Spurs beating Sunderland isn't us in the finale. We lost to Birmingham. I want to see their team at the end of this, because I can't believe they'll have a good one. As Carabao Cup won by us though, we beat Manchester City 1-0, as we must feel better with having 2 legs. 5-1 over Leeds United, who kept on winning it earlier on. Have we won the Super Cup though? If we have, that means we've only got 1 trophy left as a requirement, that FA Cup, because we did beat our banana peel Porto, who usually always bloody beat me, as not as good in the league phase. 15 points is still amazing, but it's 8th behind Cologne and Celtic, but we hammered Fenerbahce. Don't know their manager. Could be Jose Mourinho, but then we were beaten by Ajax 3-2. We looked at the wrong team in the Eredivisie to sign from, as they went on to win it, the only other team in this rebuild, winning the trophy instead of us. But I want to check Birmingham, the team that stopped us from winning every trophy, as they're down in League One with a team very similar to what they have in real life, because of course if they're in League One they would have sold all their best players. Martin Vitic, the best, a 25-year-old in League 3. Actually don't believe it, but we've got to just get our heads up to try and win a competition that is literally one-legged knockouts. Oh my days, I don't know how long this could take. We can continue to win everything else, but come on, we've got to somehow do it. Do we change the tactics up? I mean, they've worked pretty simple for us so far, as I plan to scour the entire world for the very best. As let's check the Premier League first. Have we missed any talents from different clubs? Don't want to go Chelsea. Ooh, West Bromwich Albion. Aldar, I've never heard of him. Of course, he's only 88 rated though. And I might have found the man. Right, this is the first one going on my shortlist. Fabio Cannavaro, Ballon d'Or winner at Brighton. Jack Charlton, a legend there. Desai, Ruben Dias, Rio Ferdinand. But like I said, I am definitely not signing from a big rival. However, 2 players on my shortlist from the rival in real life did play for them, but both at Crystal Palace, Yapstan and Vidic. But come on, let's use his heads, go to the team, which is probably probably weakest, and has a Ballon d'Or winner who should be at a higher club. Welcome in Fabio Carvalho. What a player, the Italian. I can't wait to see him in action. Oh my days, and he's got 80 pace. I didn't even check that before signing. And plus, look at the play styles. He's got 3 defensive plus ones. Insanity is now the tactics. We do have 2 box-to-box midfielders, as maybe James Milner could be a little bit more holding. And the fullbacks as well. I'm going to actually make them fullbacks. Make sure they don't go forward, as now it's more of a 4-4-2. Because I've set the wingers back in Barnes and Salah. Yes, they're very attacking, and they will be very attacking, I'm sure. They'll definitely not just sit back and not score. And then when we need to be more defensive, we have Kante on the bench. We have Hippier, Coutinho, and Gascoigne. Them 2 can put a tackle in. Enough about our team, though. We desperately need to win that cup. As a cup we have gone and won, but we don't even have to put into the cabinet. Just know we've won 4 Premier Leagues, because we've done it. Beating Arsenal, only 2 defeats, 11 draws, Leeds United in 3rd spot, and West Ham United, as I'm saving the FA Cup till last. But we do go ahead and win the Carabao, get in there, a 3-1 win, making it 4 of those altogether. Of course, we're not in the Super Cup, but in the Champions League phase, 2nd to Porto. At least they've turned into our sticky side in the league phase, not a knockout. As we don't need to win this competition, still we beat Olympiacos 5-2. Said that too quick for my own good. We beat Rangers 7-1, and we beat City 6-3. Bayern Munich playing against Rapid to get us into the final, which I actually haven't played. This could be interesting because there's only one more thing to check. The FA Cup finale. Yes! It is done! We go ahead and win the FA Cup 1-0. Meaning, as you can now see, 3 of each trophy. So we have done the objective. We've ticked everything off with 2 99s in the team and a very good team all round. And we have a UCL final to go. So go on, I'll play it. You've twisted my leg game by being a good setup. The last thing to play is the UCL final, and we were in it. And after I saw we'd won the FA Cup, because I'm not going to lie, I had to simulate things. We were already into this final, and I kind of knew I wanted to play it. Get a game in with a retro squad. Let me know if you want these to happen in the future. And retro rebuilds altogether, because if you don't want them, I will not continue doing them. As let's get started though. Look at this man. It's John Barnes running through the middle. Can he try and get a little angle off? Bayern Munich doing very well defensively. And these won't be a brush off. We signed 90 rated in the first season from them, meaning they have some good players. Mohamed Salah, if he can turn the defender, tries to get his shot off, falls to Fernando Torres instead. Just a little bit over dribbled though as Ribery. Oh my days, prime Ribery. I didn't even think about signing him up as Mohamed Salah now. Fernando Torres. This is a very nice cooked move towards Ian Rush. As all these good play styles, no free kick yet for Roberto Carlos, no finesse opportunity for Salah not getting past the defence. And we're struggling, but here's Trent winning the ball back up the field if he can cross on his left foot. That's way too close to the goalkeeper. Might fall for James Milner. I was really wanting to hit a long shot. Come on, Torres, get going again. Mohamed Salah. He can twist that cross. It does fall to Ian Rush onto John Barnes, who squeezes it in past the goalkeeper, diving with no chance. It is John Barnes in the retro Liverpool kit, which I always really associate him with. What a finish by the main man. Get in there, the English legend. Fantastic finish, fantastic cross. It was pinpoint to perfection. Rush just had no rush, and then Barnes slotted it in. Fandabi Dozy is now Salah. He'll just turn back and give it in the middle. Steven Gerrard wanted to shoot with Fernando Torres. Ian Rush get in the middle. You should have attacking positioning, as that's a cross. It hits him on the chest. Managed to get the ball away though, and Cannavaro, the Ballon d'Or winner, just storming through the middle of the park. The pass is not the best one. Stoichkov on the march. Can we get a tackle in? Oh, that's perfect, Hansen. The Scotsman with the tackle, and now the Englishman to the Welshman. Can he find the Spaniard? In Fernando Torres is through on goal. He could score. It's a save. Unai Simon, a real-life keeper, back in the middle to Rush, who opens his body up to shoot. That's a brilliant save, the Spaniard. Almost getting another one as Salah in the retro kit. It's so nice. It's a put back to the edge. Roberto Carlos, if he can hit this Trevellard. He does. That's got to be a handball, surely. Has more defending to do again. Matthias turns. into Schuster. It's a shot from a really crap angle, and that is the whistle. Liverpool win 1-0. We didn't have to win this. We won't add a trophy to the cabinet, but it was very nice to use the retro team, and that is another UCL trophy. As Steven Gerrard lifting the trophy. Get in. You just love to see it. Into the midnight sky over in Portugal, where the finale's always at. Not as big as the FA Cup to us this season, as if you do want another retro build, comment down below which team I use. Big thank you again to Shadowboy32 for letting me use these mods, and click on my hands for another rebate.